the trajectory of the Earth. When the Earth moves, the sun rises, and then when you activate the right hemisphere of the brain, the pineal gland of the brain.
Peace, 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 family. How you all doing? I hope all is well with you. My name is Keisha. I am the owner of A Way of Life. I am your astrology coach. And today I'll be discussing the full moon in Aquarius happening on the 11th, along with the 12 signs. I'll be doing, I'll leave the timestamps in there. This isn't going to be a long video unless I get to talking and chatting. Y'all know how I am, okay? But this won't be a long video. I'm just gonna because we've already been talking about this, honest to God, for like the last month and a half now. Because it's really just a repeat of the energy, because the Aquarius full moon is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus has been activated from the conjunction with Uranus, North Node, and Mars since the middle of July. And so really this is a continuation of whatever was coming up for you. Really since February now, with Aquarius being with Saturn being the ancient ruler of Aquarius, because then it's activating that Saturn Uranus square that we had February of last year. I said this year, that's last year, so that we're clear on that. So if you want to go back to any of those videos to listen to see what was going on for you, it might be a good idea to do that, to check in to see what was you manifesting. How have you done this far? Where are you at with that? What have you changed? What do you want to change? All those things are going to be very important right now, because this is a culmination. Any full moon is a culmination of energy, meaning you're wrapping something up, you're closing out a cycle. Yeah, so I'm already talking off. Don't judge me, y'all. Let me just bring up my notes. And why is this like annoying me right now? All right, so the Aquarius full moon happening on the 11th at 9:35 p.m. is reactivating the Saturn-Uranus square that started last year in February, which was about the lockdowns. We could have another lockdown, although this isn't the first time this energy repeated itself, because it happened 3 times last year. I talked about it all. I did a whole big video on it, so if you can find that video, it would be great to go back and really evaluate what was going on. But yes, this was, oh, I know how it continued. It was either, what I was said in that video as well too, is that this is that energy that brought up the lockdowns. We might have some more social distancing things coming on, or people might have to start wearing their masks again, or these are the shots, right? So more booster shots are required to do things, some restrictions in some way, shape, or form, blockages, restrictions. That's all that Saturn Uranus stuff, because we're talking about the old versus the new. And you know, this is pretty much, to me, them trying to stop us from waking up, to be quite frank, but that's a whole other conversation for another time. And then we have 6 planets in fixed signs during this full moon. Wow. On the lower vibration, this is stubbornness, not willing to change and being stuck in our ways. On the high vibration, this is stability, security, accumulation of assets, feelings, and commitment. And that commitment can be to anything, but it is Leo, the opposite here, which is definitely has something to do with love here. Even love for yourself. In fact, I'd start there because Aquarius is very it's about the self more than anything, or the internal, right? Leo is about the self in some ways, shapes and forms as well. So this is really about knowing who you are and what you truly want in a very authentic way, not from the ego. And I think that's a hard thing for a lot of people, because it's like, how do you differentiate the two? Well, you do your research and you look up what it means to be in your ego, and what lower vibrations that is, which is the ability to not want to change. It doesn't matter if it's easy or if it's hard, energy doesn't care about that, nor does karma. So, once you start making up excuses to not change, or to kind of not do something, then it's well to assume you're in your ego. This is also, so to some level, I don't know why I got Bobby Brown dancing around in my head right now, because Bobby Brown is an Aquarius. And so to some extent, this is about, because Aquarius rules like your friends, your groups that you belong to, your soul tribe. I think we're reevaluating that, especially with Uranus going direct at the end of the month. And we have all the outer planets in, did I say direct? Retrograde. All the outer planets are already retrograde. Uranus is going to join them at the end of this month. And this is about reevaluating our friends. So I think a lot of people over these next few weeks are going to take time away. Aquarius, Uranus also rules social media. I think a lot of people are going to retreat inward to reevaluate their network, their net worth. Your net worth is your network. So the people that you are connected to in some way, shape, or form are, it's time to have a real serious look at, are those people helping you? Are we coming together to heal, help humanity, right? That's what Aquarius wants. And if we're not doing those things, or people are doing them out of ego, connecting for their own personal gain, people are going to feel that, even if they can't intellectualize it, or they don't have the proof. It's just a feeling. It's like they're not authentic. You're not authentic, or there's something about a situation that's not real. You'll want to know what area of life this is happening in for you, because this is where you'll be closing the doors on something, ending a cycle, wrapping something up, because full moons are about completions. You may be asking, are you on the path? Are you on your path? If so, are you taking action towards it? Even if it is, I think I began talking about this a little bit in the IG video that I did. I was having a real life revelation in the middle of a live. I don't know how it really worked out, but the bottom line is, fixed energy really does get a bad rep, right? And so a part of your journey also includes a level of going inward and, just checking in with yourself, right? There is a part of that is also considered doing the work and being on your path in a very honest way for you. It's when you when you don't move, and it's been like, I'm gonna be super dramatic. I want to say like 20 years. That you got a problem if you've been in the same way for 20 years, right? Let's make it more realistic and say, 6 days, right? You're still contemplating, thinking, and not willing to move, then you might want to reconsider what you're doing or trying something else, or just getting some help. That's when fixed energy becomes the lower lessons, when you're not moving forward, you're not learning anything, you're not doing anything about your problems, and everybody else is the problem. You're never the problem, things like that. And so, in a sense, over these next 2 weeks, it's like people are going to be like asking those kinds of questions. Is it me? Am I doing something wrong? Can I fix something? Doing that kind of scorpionic dark night of the soul internal work. This could also be being creative and creating stuff, but sometimes you have to step away from your work to be able to see clearly, right? And so this is also a time to just be with your family, because your family is just as important as the work that you do. You have to find balance within those things, and assess, is your content good? And, you know, is your message still aligning with who you are and what you want to put out there? Um, you know, what kind of things are you teaching your family and doing together with your family? Are you eating well? Are you, you know, nourishing yourself and having fun? Leo is about having fun. The fuck? Like, Leo wants to take a vacation. In fact, Leo would prefer their whole life to be a vacation. Like, so we going on vacation again? You're gonna be looking like we just came back from vacation. So, so Leo's whole mission is to figure out a way to live their life in retirement. Leo is a retirement sign, and so isn't Saturn. So, what kind of income do you have coming in to help you do that? Now, on the lower vibrations, it's a speculative. Some people might get really mad that I'm saying that's the lower vibration, but it's gambling. Like I've said this before. And gambling is not, this whole full moon is about delayed gratification. So if you're not building something that's not long-term to last over time and time again, you have to know that you're in your ego. You are not fulfilling a need. That is an excuse to stay where you are, to not move, to not do something. You're probably hiding behind fear, insecurities. It can be a lot of things. It's an addiction. Okay, it's an addiction. You have a problem. Like you're always trying to find the fast route out or the fast way out, and it's not rooted in anything. Love, Leo is about operating from the heart. If you're not doing any of those things, then you are operating out of your ego, right? Yeah. I can say so much more about that, but and so for the air signs and cardinal signs as well, asking yourself, are you rushing into something without having thought of it all the way through? I'm raising my hand right now because I can attest to that. It's like my favorite past life thing to do as a double air sign. I'm jumping in. I want to get it done. I want to get it over with. That's also how I think in general air signs and cardinal signs learn. But there still has to be a level of balance there by just, again, stepping back and knowing when to check in. Are you still on the same path? Do you still even want to do this? Do you still want to do it the same way? All those kinds of things are super important to be asking yourself at this time. Are you ready to go, grow? You can feel depressed about the future with all this fixed energy. It's definitely an energy that's in downward motion. It's spiraling down. So people can also be there's a part of me that wants to say running away from their problems, which is very true. I'm not gonna lie to you. I certainly am going to try and find a way to do that. In fact, I have been heavily contemplating, how can I get away from this? So, but even if you are doing that, inadvertently being in a depressed state allows you to sit back and again ask yourself these really tough questions, whether you think you're ignoring them or not. It's happening internally on a deeper level, and it will come up and out at this time. In fact, I think a lot of these things are going to come up and out at this time. It would be a lot more healthier if you said it out loud and was more honest about it. Or got some help and seek counsel, but who wants to do that? Because that's not cool. That's not the culture. Just completely ignorant and not true. But I don't want to talk about that either. There's a seriousness to this full moon because it's Aquarius and Saturn is the ancient ruler of that. And it's activating that Saturn-Uranus square. So and Saturn is in retrograde. So I don't know why I see red when I see this, literally, like I see Saturn being in retrograde as being red, like a red zone, a hot zone, anger, even though that is not what Saturn represents, but that's just how I've been getting, like seeing the Saturn energy over the last few weeks or so. Maybe it's because Mars has joined the party at the end of at the first of this month. But I think there's some frustration there about not being able to move forward, especially once we hit Leo season, because Leo season is like go time and it wants all the shine, but there's still some really heavy blockages and things that just overpowered this energy. But again, if you are taking the time away from whatever you're being blocked from right now and using that to do some creative tasks, contemplating how you would like to show up in the world in a new way, shining bright in a new way, revamping yourself or remaking yourself in some way. If you're taking this time behind the scenes to do that, then come March, you can come out like a whole, beast. That March might seem like, what the fuck, like who wants to wait till March? But I can tell you right now, whether you do or you don't, energetically, the support's not going to be there, and you're going to end up having to redo it anyways, because literally every fucking thing is retrograde. So, you might as well take the downtime to deal with all of these things that are for sure coming up, for sure super heavy. Yeah. It's about being responsible, mature, going slow. This is another reality check, like the Capricorn. Was that a full? It was a full moon that we had. What was that? The beginning of July. Or was that the middle of July? Yeah. That Capricorn full moon, man. Oh man, it kicked my ass. I'm still feeling it, but this is what you need to be aware of about the future, where you're going, what you're planning, what you're structuring, and does that vision involve you, authentically you and who you are. You could be realizing where you need to cut ties and shift, which is just not going to be easy. To trust me, nobody is safe during this time. Everybody's feeling it, and I'll talk more about that when we get to the all 12 signs. So family, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notifications bell if you haven't done all those things already, so that you can be notified every time we go live. We do appreciate you in advance. Also, I'll be going live with Tiara. I keep meeting Tiaras. I just realized that. Oh shit. It's a real life moment again. Tomorrow at 8, we'll be doing all 12 signs, and she's going to do her card readings, which is going to be really, really dope. I'm saying tomorrow night, like I'm going to post this today. I will not be posting this today. I'll be posting this on Monday because we got the weeklies coming out tomorrow. So this full moon in Aquarius will T-square the Sun in Leo, Uranus, and Mars in Taurus. That's more fixed energy. Aquarius is the people, social networks, groups, organizations, technology, AI. There can be some social unrest, rebellion, a strong will, and assertive. From unexpected changes in our resources. So this is like finding new ways to make money. I think people are going to be forced to come together too, to be honest with you, because of the prices rising. We might have some more supply chain issues. All those little fun things we were dealing with back in 2021. I think they can come back up again quite heavily and with a passion, that red energy, that's going to force people to have to come together in some way to survive, to survive. The way we think about our resources can be changing, and our security and love can be changing as well. So what makes you feel secure, or maybe a better way to say that is what made you feel secure in the past might not be the same anymore. And perhaps that has to do with because your money situation has changed now. So the requirements obviously will change, which will be very interesting to see how people deal with that, because we're not dealing with it at all anyway. We'll need to control our impulses at this time. It's a good time to bring creative ideas to light. So again, doing any creative work, whatever that is for you, really can literally bring revelations. You can find a hidden talent or sharpen your talents in some way, shape, or form. And then the moon is how we feel about our direction in life. Are the things we've been planning, are the things that we've been pouring into working? I feel like that's the big question here. Are the things we've been pouring into working? Any inflexibility is not going to be useful over the next couple of weeks. Planning and restructuring to better society, or getting more secure in the plans that you have. I've definitely been doing a lot of work on that. So I could see that being, it brings some sense of security working on that, if that makes sense at all. So that planning behind the scenes that I was talking about before, again, it's not, that's what fixed energy is used for, the behind the scenes stuff, the meetings, the get-togethers, the networking, the, mapping out, getting a real clear, concise plan on what it is you want to do and how you want that to be structured is a really good way to use this fixed energy. Behind the scenes planning and structuring, getting a really strong foundation in whatever it is you want to build, whatever that is for you. is going to be super helpful at this time. And the moon also opposes the sun. Anytime you have a full moon, it opposes the sun. So there's value in opposition by way of it brings up, like that's what the full moons do. It brings up issue. It raises things that you've been kind of sitting on, pondering, and not doing anything with. It's like, okay, now it's here. It's in the light. You see what it is. What are you going to do about it? And you can't begin to understand what that is in a healthy way unless you have a healthy mind. So, I think I say that more than enough here on this channel. Get some help. And help doesn't have to be counseling, although some people just might have to admit that they need it. But it could also be educating yourself. That's also a really big theme here. Reading, even if you don't want to read and you just listen to things, but take notes, be intentional with what you're listening to, and then put it into practice. That brings everything full circle. If you're just listening and listening and listening and consuming information and you're not doing anything with it, you're still operating in a lower vibration of fixed energy. I just want you to know that. So, this is about building up yourself. This is literally how you build self-esteem, is by learning. I think I talked about this in another video. It's like, I mentioned a while ago that I went to a vocational school, and I liked the voc school for a few different reasons, but in relation to what it means to build self-confidence is to learn something. We would go to class 1 week and learn the educational part of it, and then the following week we do the hands-on technical part of it, which was the actual hands-on part of what we learned that week. So I'm just going to use finger waves as an example because that's the thing that's coming to my mind the most. We would learn and read about all the things that it takes to do finger waves and whatever other scientific things you had to learn. I was in cosmetology. And then when we got into class and we got to do that hands-on, that's what it means to be in a fixed energy. Because it's educational, it's considered fixed because it wasn't what we was taking out in the world. We were still learning, right? So anything that's considered behind the scenes before you break out into your own, you become your own person, you have your own creative way that you want to do something. Once you've learned something, mastered something, completed something in some specific way. So I hope that brings more clarity on that fixed energy, because I feel like fixed energy might get a really, really bad rep, but it is literally the process in which you build confidence within yourself, is to practice. You learn, you practice until you get your own little niche. All right. This opposition is, because it's in Leo, this is about self-expression, creativity, and our love life that could feel restricted in some way, unfortunately, again, because of that Saturn energy or the fixed energy in general. The sun is about being courageous, to be yourself and not waiting for others to inspire you or praise you. We have to know that there's a part of that too that can be like kind of egoish, you know. I think I was talking about this in the Leo horoscope that I did just the last video. I don't even remember what the hell that was. The Uranus going retrograde video that I did. I was explaining to Leo to just show up and be great, however you are. And obviously there has to be a level of comfort with doing that, right? But when you're disconnected to how people feel about you because you just are. You're not asking for permission. You're not looking for any answers. You know what I mean? You just are who you are, right? And if people like you, that's great. If they don't, that's interesting, right? um, but this is about showing up as who you are, whether you get the praises or not. You're just showing up like, you know what? I'm going to do the best that I can today because this is who I am. This is all I have. If people like it, that's great. If they don't, that's interesting, but don't let it bring you down. I feel like that's such a hard thing to say because there's some level of that can be super frustrating, but that's where that Aquarius energy kind of comes in, and you got to know technology and the SEO. I mean, I'm like really getting into it because that only is reference to people who have their own businesses. But if you are not into business, but you're a regular everyday person and perhaps you're posting and looking for somebody to laugh at your stuff or something of that nature, you might want to seek counsel. Maybe that's a question you need to ask yourself. Yeah, are you insecure about something? Why do you need that? What is that all about? And really get down to the bottom of what that is, because that could be holding you back from being great and even seeing the potential within yourself. And that's hard. It's a double-edged sword because Leo's on the opposite side of that, even on the higher vibration of that, rather. They're very proud of their work, right? And so if you put something out there because you think it's funny and that is you being authentic and you don't get the praise, a Leo would take offense to that because it's almost like their creativity is all they got. They worked really hard on what they put out there, and not receiving that kind of, I want to call it a reward, because that's what it's like for a Leo. Not receiving that attention would really, I could see how that might make someone feel down and out. So it's tough. I just want to make that clear. But you should still, ask yourself the question and try to figure it out for you, because, not everybody's gonna laugh at your jokes. That's just the bottom line. Or maybe even perhaps you need to reevaluate who your friends are. If they're not laughing at your jokes, maybe you're in the wrong crowd and you need to start looking for a different kind of people. So I'll leave that there. Because that's a thing, it's a real life thing. So Uranus is revisiting something from 2021 when Uranus was square Saturn, and that was back in February. I feel like this is delayed gratification at its very best. I feel like this whole full moon is delayed gratification. Communication, data, information coming to light, and revelations that can't be denied anymore. So something coming in, again, something's coming up that you're gonna see now, and it's like, okay, what are you gonna do about that? Because this energy is coming back up in October. And we'll be reevaluating that again at this time, and then it'll be connected to the eclipses, which, you know, might be a lot more worse than what it is right now. Well, I can't imagine anything being any worse than this, but who knows at this point. This can also be against supply chain disruptions. We may have to pay more for it, so prices raising even more. Could you freaking imagine that? The government might not feel obligated to keep a promise to something, which especially in relation to foreign governments, which can lead to war, right? Like we're already seeing that could escalate. Honestly, all these things can escalate. People might be quitting their jobs, more people quitting their jobs. Financial security might be hard to come by literally until 2024. A good question to ask yourself is, how are your actions going to affect the next 7 generations? Because we do that all the time. But Saturn, there's some inclination here whenever you're talking about Saturn that is about time, you know, and Uranus is about the future. Saturn is, you know, it's more about the past and the future because it's ruled by Capricorn. Capricorn rules both. But Saturn's in retrograde. And so we're still talking about the past and the future here. And what Saturn does really well is it sifts through a time shift of old things that absolutely can't be let go of, like esoteric knowledge, divination, you know, kind of those older things, eclectic things that can never die. They're timeless, you know, so that kind of education and knowledge and spirituality are things that are always going to come past through time. But there are some other things that are like, Saturn's like, nah. You ain't coming through here. And that, I think, is what's causing the frustration, because we're in this transformational phase that's very necessary. We have to reevaluate what's coming through with time. Meaning the people also have to be aware of what's coming through with time, which is why it's important not to be in this fixed energy, because, well, now you're just repeating the past. If you don't let those things go, you stay stuck in this kind of time loop, you know. There's so much more I can say about that, because, you know, I love my comic movies. But I think the bottom line is to remember that too, when you're thinking about this fixed energy, like it's not just about you, especially when we're talking about Uranus here, that's on the higher mind. It's like, if you want to be a god, you have to think like a god, which means letting go or sacrificing something that maybe you might want for the greater good. You know, what's better for humanity, your needs or the needs of everyone? So, you know, it's gonna be hard. Like, I feel like when I say stuff like that, it sounds like it's supposed to be easy. It's not, but you have to do the work. I mean, just period. Yeah. And I think the reason why that's so important is because we have been born generations already who are suffering. Like, look at these kids. I just had a really disturbing conversation with my 19-year-old sister. But she's 19. She should not have to be so fucking grown up at 19. She's still trying to develop. But where's the structure for that? And as much as we want to blame the culture, the society that these people are building and everything that they have set up against us and blah, 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 blah. But what role are you playing? Are you taking the time out to teach your kids? Or are you stuck in it just feeling sorry for yourself because you don't want to go get help. Like, think about what you're passing down by staying stuck in a situation that you could get out of. You are not stuck. Like, you're not. It's all an illusion. You have to take control over your life by admitting that. I'm gonna stop there because y'all know I'm very touchy about that subject. Yeah. This is gonna shake up what we thought we knew. Some more things are going to fall apart, collapse, and people will fall from leadership. Uranus is freedom and sovereignty. That's like the ultimate goal in all of this. I'm pretty sure there could be a whole lot more spiritually, but earthly wise, that's definitely the final destination. Saturn rules things that are ancient wisdom, esoteric teachings, things that are timeless. I literally just said that. But also discerning about this is carried over through generations. Yes. You know, Saturn has the discipline to filter out what is not serving us. So I just repeated myself, basically. And then we have lovely Mars, which can be physically worn out at this time because it kind of just clashed and went up against Uranus and the North Node. Mars is a baby god. It's not the actual planet Pluto, even though it's ancient. It is the ancient ruler of Pluto. And so Mars is like the lower expressions of Pluto. And he just went up against a god and like another god. It's like, I'm tired. Fuck all y'all, okay? And so people, in a sense, might be, again, taking a break while asking ourselves all those really heavy questions and taking on this heavy energy. And then Mars will move into Gemini for a 7-month stay. And I'll be doing a bigger video about that. I'm scared. Okay. As a Gemini, I just want everybody in attendance to know I might not be the one to fuck with while Mars is in my sign. You have been warned. I'm gonna do my best. But 7 months is a really long time. Okay. In my defense, I don't know what to tell y'all. Oh my God, pray for all Geminis in attendance. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then the conjunction that we had, again, is still playing out here in some way, shape, or form that we had on the 1st. And that's the solution to all this, right? Because we're talking about the North Node in Taurus, and the North Node is always about our purpose in this lifetime. Which is basically about getting out of our comfort zone, which is going to be, it's going to be tension and challenges. And even though Pluto isn't a part of this full moon really at all, like I don't even have any business bringing it up, but the reason I am is because it is a fixed sign. And it is kind of sort of a part of the North Node, because you can't talk about the North Node without including the South Node. And Saturn, which is the ruler of Pluto, that's being activated. And Pluto is in Capricorn and has been for a really long time. And this is the transformation, the vulnerability to ask for help, to get counsel, to focus on the research. You know, this is the dark night of the soul, to get to the truth, releasing trauma, past trauma, childhood trauma, using all the divinations that I talked about for that Saturn energy, which is the esoteric stuff, and or your parapsychologies, right? Which is either becoming psychic, intuitive, numerology, astrology, tarot, you know, all that. You know, this is where the healing takes place. And this is where you do the work. And trust me, even though Pluto has not really been so much activated, he's taking notes. You can rest assured that Scorpio's sitting up here like, you know, he's like, okay, I see y'all. And once he gets activated for the eclipse season, right off the tippity top of my head, I don't know if he's been activated anytime prior before that in a big way anyway. Yeah, if I'm thinking correctly, that's the next time he is, which is coming up sooner than we think. Eclipse season is activated in September, even though it doesn't happen until October, because it's always like a month before and a month after. So it's right around the corner, you know? So look, you've been warned, okay? All right, family. As usual, I'm gonna be doing all 12 signs. I hope you guys are liking these videos and the information you're getting in there. Yeah, I'm gonna try my hand at the tarot again. All my little ghetto notes on the back. Don't judge me, y'all. I'm doing the best that I can. This is me trying to get out of my own way. It helps me think. All right, so Taurus, your relationships with bosses and people that work for you could be tense. You might have strong desires to do your own thing. There could be a parent or an authority figure that is trying to dampen your desire to do your own thing. Oh God, I hope nobody's going through that. This could also be that your work and home life are challenging at this time and you need to find a balance between the two. Either way, you'll have the motivation to do whatever this is, either one or both. It could be both. Everybody's life is different. It really depends on what your big three are, which, by the way, be sure to listen to your sun, moon, and rising sign to get a full story. If you do not know what that is and you want to know, you need your date of birth, time of birth, and location of birth to do that. And you can get all that information on my website, and or you can send me an email at info@awayoflife.net to have me do it for you, and I'll send it to you. I'll do that for free. I don't mind doing that for free. All right. So Taurus, let's see what card you get here. Let's try that again. The Emperor. I like it, y'all. I remember I was doing these before. I couldn't nobody see them. I'm so mad. Ah, the Emperor. The father figure with guidance, hard work for your goals, becoming the boss, and doing the work. I like this. This is kind of like Taurus energy, right? I think Emperor is actually Aries, but yeah. Just being assertive, getting things done. That means you ain't gonna be listening to nobody. Just make sure you don't get into no fights though, okay? Don't be fighting. All right. Oh, wait, I didn't do that, did I? Wait a minute, y'all. Because I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting Aries. Because it's not up here. All right, wait a minute. Hold on, you guys. Because I forgot that I put. This is how you know we got way too much going on right here. Okay, so Aries, you're becoming more aware of your strengths and weaknesses. Maybe you're considering if you can turn your weakness into a strength or talent. You might have become more picky about who you become friends with. This could be due to doubts about how much people are giving and taking from you and how much you're getting back from what you're giving. Maybe you're realizing some friends have different values than you, or or the way you view money is changing in some way. Either way, your relationships are changing. And there's not really much you could do about that. But I think it's going to be depending on where you are in your spiritual growth. This is going to be more like, those natural breaks, where you have friends that you've just been friends with for years, but everybody's busy running around like they got chickens with their heads cut off and they're there, but you don't talk anymore anyway. I feel like it's going to be that kind of situation more than anything. Sorry, Aries, for missing your thing. I apologize. Let's see what you got here. All right, let's see. Ooh, the Queen of Cups. I like that. It's pretty grounded. Putting your energy into something you believe and flowing, something you believe in, flowing in open intuition. Yeah. So you're getting the feeling it's going to happen. I mean, again, I think it's going to be a natural separation. Mars is, has a lot to do with all of this that could suggest some fighting and arguing. But again, maybe to some people who aren't really on the path, right? They're in their lower expressions. I can see that being an issue, but for people who are adults and grown up and they've been doing a lot of work on themselves, this is more a natural ending. Okay, Gemini, travel plans may not work out for you. And even if they do, it's going to be some kind of fucking drama. or, something's going to come up, this stupid energy. Or it could just be a lot of tension and stress. If you're trying to do a website publication, maybe even like changing your beliefs or your worldview is changing because of traveling. Like you're looking at the bigger picture of something. You're letting go of something by way of maybe even a teacher, learning, studying something that's changing the way you view something, changing your philosophy and being stuck in something. So, yeah. Either way, you're working really hard, or you're going to have to work hard to get whatever this is done, and you'll succeed. If you have an old skill or old contact for work, this could bring in money. Friendships can be supported, but there can be a slowdown for all these areas over the next couple of weeks if you're trying to expand. So don't be frustrated with that. Just go with the flow. Take this time to reignite an old skill or rebrand your content, which could bring you some money. Let's see what you got here. Oh, you gotta love this stuff. Okay. 6 of Cups. Ooh, I like this. Some kind of nostalgia here. Happy memories, happy childhood gifts. Aw, so you were gonna receive some kind of gift. This is good. So that means you're gonna get what you want. It's just unfortunate that it might come with something, but at least you're getting something out of it too. So kudos for that. Cancer. You might have had some trouble with business partnerships, friendships, or a love relationship. It could be due to money issues, but money issues can definitely show up over the next couple of weeks, which again, it's just not going to help with the relationships you've been having trouble with. Maybe you haven't been paid from your job, or you keep getting paid late with your job. Either way, you're dealing with it. You're just like whatever, one day at a time. Because you got something else on your mind, Cancer's got a little freaknik in them right about now. Risky or risky. One way or the other, maybe it's both, whatever it is, that's helping you kind of keep your mind off of the things that aren't going right for you in your life right now. So good for you. I actually really like that energy. All right, let's see what you got going on here. Knight of Pentacles. He's got his little one pentacle. See his little one pentacle, y'all? Hardworking, methodical. You love nature, but not emotional. Yeah, this is about hard work and focus. Yeah, I can see you're focused on whatever it is that you got going on. Even if you do have some distractions or things that you are kind of out of your control, I guess is a good way to do it. You're planning according to that. You're doing whatever you can to make up for that. Like maybe you got another job and you're like, you know what? They might not be paying me, or like the main job might be paying me, but I got this side hustle, or you're in sports, or you like going out for walks, or you have something else to kind of keep you occupied, I guess is a good way to look at that. So good for you. Good for you. Leo, you can get some frank reminders if someone feels you are being selfish, causing challenges in your relationships, especially if you've been more supportive. People have gotten used to that, and they're seeing that you want to do your thing and separate now, and they're not in support of that, which is not good. So you might be reevaluating your friendships and circles and people too, or just telling them very kindly without telling them at all that they're not important by doing you, because you're ready for the spotlight. This is your season. This is your time. And you want to do that in a very Leo kind of way, very bold and courageous, outspoken. And I think, quite frankly, you deserve to do just that. And whether that's work or business, you will do just that. You're going to get your raise, your promotion, your shine, your time, your recognition, all of it. So let's see what the cards have to say. I wish you guys could see how my shuffles are. Should probably work on it more. You know what? Whatever. Okay. Knight of Cups. Did I just pull this? No, something else. She got her little one cup. She looks really sad. Lover, emotionally generous, open, romantic, a proposal or offer. I told you're gonna get what you want. People might not like it, but they're gonna love it. They're gonna love you. Especially if you start bringing in gifts like, look at what I... Okay. And it's your birthday, so you're getting some gifts anyway. That's what it is. That's how I see that, and that's what it is. Okay. Okay. Virgo, you might be getting tired of helping and being of service to people. It could just be that the work that you're doing is boring. Like you could be doing something. It doesn't even have to be that you've been doing it for a long time, but for some people it could be, and you're looking for a change. Especially if you're doing something that really doesn't allow you to be like spontaneous or do something in your own way, like you don't have a creative self-expression. So this could definitely be somebody who's at a job. But even if you have your own business, maybe it's suggesting that you go take this time to stop, take a break, and add and incorporate what it is that would make you more happy, or take away. Maybe it might be taking away something that would make you more happy, or allow you to have just more time to, I don't know, maybe you're somebody who's very structured and detailed, right? Because we're talking about Virgo here. It doesn't have to be, but it could be where you have to be up and do something at a specific time, even if it is a business. And you might be changing that, changing your hours, changing what time you do something, changing, your expectations on what you've been providing. And there's nothing wrong with that. Every company deserves a change every now and again. It helps shake things up. It helps you get outside of your comfort zone so you can think more creatively. And so maybe that's something that you want. I would watch out at work if you do have a job, because even in a business partnership, because somebody could be seeing your frustration and noticing it, and they're just waiting for you to fuck up so that they can get you fired or write you up or tell you you got one more time to act up. So be careful for that. Find a way to feed that creativity, that freedom on your own terms until you can leave that position. Or even doing that until you can get a new partnership or change up what you're doing in some way. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. I don't give a damn who you are, what services you offer, unless you're hiring new people, right? You can be doing that too. Wherever it is that you need to get help or support so that you can have some free time for yourself, you can do that. You're the freaking boss. You can do whatever the hell you want. I wish somebody would tell me I can do something. I'm getting mad just thinking about it. You know, right now, don't come for me when my because my son. What? You just said, let me stop. Let me stop. Oh my God, let me stop. All right, let's see what you got. This is, ooh, the Ace of Pentacles, all bright and shiny. You see that? All for you. Healthy, grounded, birth of a project or a baby. Is that what this is, Virgo? Y'all prego? Let me find out. What? Virgo. So yeah, I mean, you're either working on it, everything that I just said, or you're pregnant and you need to stop working. I know that's right, y'all. Let me know in the comments. Congratulations, Virgo. All right. Libra, if you're not feeling happy in your love life or social situations, this full moon is going to amplify that dissatisfaction. Oh, great. Thanks a lot. Something around property matters could develop over the next few weeks, good or bad, really just depends. And it could be unexpected and come out of nowhere with everything that's going on. I'm surprised property matters haven't fallen apart. I mean, I know as far as buying property, things have gone crazy, but I mean, like, for people who aren't and have their own home, like yeah, so my brain just decided to, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about, that live in an apartment, okay? Or this could even be how do you call it when you have a it could still be in an apartment like building, but you own it. I don't know why my brain just decided to stop working. Anyways, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Any kind of property matters, okay? Yeah. Either way, these things seem to be blocked at the moment. If you can find the right people to work with, it will move forward, but even then, I strongly advise people to vet these opportunities out before moving forward. Great. How the fuck am I supposed to do that? Already making me mad. All right, let's see what the cards have to say. I'm just completely just ruined my whole mood. What do you say for yourselves? 9 of Wands. A long process, obstacles, but still moving, tired, but hanging on. Until you have accomplished commands on you. It's just great. It's just fucking great. So basically prepared to be even more pissed off than I have been. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate you coming through, guys. Scorpio, you may be trying to balance your desires to gain recognition and what you need emotionally from the success. For example, if you have a big house and the car, but you still feel empty, then you have to deal with, what is truly going to make you happy. I think you're going to be more focused on your emotional needs over the next few weeks and you need to get those things fulfilled. Unfortunately, this is about accepting that life is about changes. This could also be about the awareness of taking your relationships for granted because they won't always be around if you don't. I feel like I want to say something else to that, but my brain is telling me to go kick rocks. It's just clearly tired. Like, nope, whatever it was you was going to say, forget it. So take that message however it fits, for you. I think at the end of the day, as long as you find something that makes you happy, I feel like this is like, how I was talking about vocation at the beginning of the video, where you get to try on all different kinds of things. I actually didn't mention that part, but I mean, I've talked about this for a while. If you've been following me, I always use my vocational experience as an example because I think it's a really good example because we are multi-talented. There are a lot of things that we're good at. It's not just one thing, but this society always tries to put you in a fucking box. And so another way to look at this around finding your happiness is to try on different things. Like when I was in vocation for the first year, we went and hopped around to everything that they had to offer. Each semester, we got to take a different shop to see what we was going to take for the next 3 years. And that was very interesting and exciting. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't even know that was going to be a thing. I thought we were just going to go in there, pick what we wanted, and boom. But the reason for doing that was to set a foundation to see even if that was something that you liked, but is there more of that something that you needed to learn? Was there additional skills or knowledge that you needed, which I happened to find out? I actually wanted to take computer science, data science, where I'd be doing pretty much accounting, but I didn't have good enough math skills to get in there. So I had to take my second option, which was cosmetology. And so perhaps this is something that you could be doing or using this theory in some way to figure out, okay, is this what I'm doing, what I really want? Or can I just try on other different things to see if you have what it takes to do that and carry it out? Okay. Ooh, the Two of Pentacles. I like her little outfit. She cute. The Juggler. Wordplay, fun. Okay, well, that's pretty much what I said, right? So you're juggling all these different things to try on to see what it is you want. Point blank, period. Wow, that's crazy. That it just came out like that. Sagittarius. Travel may not be the best for you, but a job offer or hiring employees could be working in your favor. If you need to sign a contract or have a discussion, meetings, interviews, do so in the next few weeks because you have the green light for all of that. This could also be tension with neighbors, siblings, or you taking on more responsibilities in your community. Don't let whatever's not working out for you get in the way of your new opportunities. No stress, no frustration, no anger. If people are giving you the lip, You're like, okay, have a nice day. Kill them with kindness. Keep going on your journey because it's just a distraction. Um, yeah, because you got a lot of new opportunities coming your way. Take care of your health too. All right. Make sure you're taking care of your health. That's probably the more important piece here. Or better yet, a better way to say that is if you are responding to the negativity, that's how you know you're out of alignment. And maybe you might need to take some vitamins, detox. Yeah, your well-being, that could be your well-being or your mental health. So making sure you have somebody to talk to when you are frustrated, and what's your process for getting shit off your chest, whatever that is for you. Have those things lined up for this time so that you can get the best out of what this energy is trying to bring into you. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, the Ace of Wands. I don't know why I want to say you're gonna be getting some Sagittarius. Oh, but I feel like whatever this is very uplifting. I mean, you got the green light to get done whatever you got to get done. You have all the support for that. Don't let anybody get in your way. Capricorn, if you are noticing that money is tight at this time, you have been working on handling it. You're doing whatever you can to rectify the situation. That's lowering bills. Do you really need all four movie apps? Some people do because they got different shows that they like. Try Onion Play. I don't know if you've heard of it. I don't know if they got everything, but they got a lot and it's free. It's old stuff for the most part, but it's still there. It's still something to watch. That's what I do. Um, um, you could be just like, this is the poor man's meal. Doesn't really have to be necessarily poor, like real poor, but bargain shopping, period. That's what this is bargain shopping, bargain eating, everything on sale. If it ain't on sale, we ain't getting it. Okay. Lowering your bills where you can, saving where you can, all that stuff there. You're doing your homework and due diligence on what you're trying to build and plan at this time. If you really feel satisfied with what you've been planning over the next 2 weeks, you got the green light to put it out. If you feel like if you don't feel 100% sure, wait until you have all the pieces. Do not rush this. Really, 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 really think it through. In the meantime, get out, have fun, travel, hang out with the kids, all that kind of fifth house stuff. I'm pretty sure this is fifth house stuff. Or you're educating yourself on something that's going to help you stay grounded. Okay. Or you're learning a new philosophy or belief that's helping you stay grounded, or your worldview is changing through travel. Mhm. Oops. Oh, Ace of Pentacles again. Healthy, grounded, birth of a project or a baby. Look at you. Are you pregnant, Capricorn? Let me find out. Congratulations. Okay. If this is not a baby, then again, you have the green light to go and move forward with whatever project you're building, and or you're just doing you're putting the building blocks together. Either way, whichever one relates to you, you got it. All right. Aquarius. This is your full moon. If you're in a relationship that you're not feeling satisfied in, and that's going to become in your face super clear at this time, leading to some very cold and frank conversations about where they can go and how to get there. Now, those are in my word, but I'm pretty sure an Aquarius is going to do this in a lot more emotional way. If you're a Capricorn Aquarius, you might not. You might be a little detached, but you still ain't gonna say it like how I just said it. I can't see Aquarius as being mean like that. You gotta really piss an Aquarius off to get them out of character. But or you're not somebody that they care about, because I don't see Aquarius as being that disrespectful. Some of them are. I've met some. Let me not say that. But I mean, essentially, that's the energy. You're going to say, this is what I need in order to feel emotionally fulfilled. And if that person is not going to cooperate, then you're going to tell them they can go kick rocks, pretty much. Especially because your home situation might not be as pleasant either. Although if you do take the time out to really listen to what the people in your home have to say, which I feel like first will do, and deal with it, you'll come to some kind of resolutions there, as long as everybody's adulting, right? There's a green light for that. If you but I still feel like there's going to be tension, or somebody's not going to like it. It's like compromising. So somebody's still not going to be happy. I feel like if you don't get to a bottom of it in a way that's where people don't have to compromise, this issue is going to come back up. And if it comes back up around October with the eclipses, it's not going to be pretty. So you do well to figure out a non-compromisable solution. Be honest. You better be honest, because the next time this energy comes around, it might not be so pretty, because Scorpio is going to be involved then. And yeah, so watch it with this. Watch it. Be honest. Don't be trying to please nobody. Only yourself, and in an authentic way from the heart, because you need to survive, because you need to be free, because your mental health is at risk. You understand? Yeah, don't play around with this. All right. Take it seriously. Okay. Ooh, speaking. Queen of Swords. That's air energy. We independent, strong, cold, objective, but fair, you know. Yeah, you're gonna go inward to do what you need to do to get some answers in solitude. That's good though. Yeah, why don't you take the next few weeks to go inward, to really think about how this is or isn't affecting you, or the decision that you're about to make. Get all the information you possibly can Take this 2 weeks to take a break, separate, don't bring it back up. Ponder, process, and then come back in 2 weeks and have this conversation again. That's actually a really good solution. Handle it that way. And keep working on it until you come up with something that's uncompromisable. So this way, at least if somebody does have to move out, or if worse come to worse, where there's an actual breakup, that people have time to relocate, etc. Or another way to see that is that whatever issues it is, you can sign up to get some help, right? Get counsel, seek counsel, all right? Maybe you want to get a reading or something like that. Those things count. But you need to work through it, whatever it is. And taking it step by step might be better than trying to handle it all at once, especially with this heavy ass energy. So start the process, leave it and come back, leave it and come back until you get down to the bottom of it. Pisces, there are financial opportunities, but you may have been battling with being super emotional over the last year, really pushing you to change something. This is also going to come back up in October for you guys too. So whatever this is, slow paces, but work through it. Maybe there has been some insecurity, self-doubt, anxiety, preventing you from really changing something that you've been wanting to change for a long time now. Whatever this is, I think for Pisces, it's something creative that you're afraid to do on your own. You probably really have some strong beliefs around what it means to work and have a job and all that. You might not believe in the whole have your own business type thing. It depends on what spectrum you're on. Or even if you do, it's just harder to wrap your mind around what that is. I'd say go take a class or start watching some videos around it. Whatever this is. This could leave you feeling really drained over the next few weeks. If it's a job that that you feel like you're not being appreciated for, this can drain you. You're gonna have to get out or speak up. Maybe there's something that can be changed to help it be less draining. Embrace your difficulties and accept your challenges. Or going away with friends or just being around people who love and appreciate you with no expectations is really going to help you. But overall, vulnerability is not a weakness. Yeah, I say seek some spiritual advice or counsel if you're not into the spirituality thing. Although, if you're listening to this, it's gotta be. Maybe perhaps getting a life path reading would really, really help you. But then you can't stop there. You're still going to have to deal with the deeper rooted issues that's keeping you from doing that, which is just practice to me, honestly. If there's something that you like to do that's not around your work, or you have a dream job, but you don't have the full education and knowledge for it, then go to school. Take some small classes. Take those small steps. Trust me, it can be done. It might be a lot of work if you have to work, but you can get it done. Yeah. I'm pretty sure whatever this is, it's bigger than what you're making it up to be. there's something that can be done or rectified to help you. I'm also very Jupiterian that way. Ooh, you got the Ten of Pentacles. Are you sure you're struggling? Personal security, happy family. You will leave a legacy. Retirement. What the fuck I'm talking about? So what's the problem? Have you dedicated your life to your family? And now you need to do something for you? Are you feeling misunderstood? Or is it that you are in a spiritual practice and your family doesn't support that? Y'all gonna have to let me know what this is, because you got the Ten of Pentacles. Either that's the answer or it's the problem. I'll have to see. Let me know. Let me know. As usual, family, I love and appreciate you. I hope you found this information helpful. Peace.